Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have America's Child Care Crisis, or Crunch. America's Child Care Crunch. It's an ABC News Live special, actually. It says it's a series, and it's another. It's one episode, it's other, and it is 23 minutes long, and it's from 2023. Did I just say that? I just said that? It's completely out of date at this point. It is irrelevant. Okay, it's not irrelevant. It's the fact that so much has changed when it comes to healthcare, funding, jobs, everything in the last 9 to 10 months. So, as more and more things, more and more rights, more and more healthcare, more and more everything kind of gets pulled away from average Americans who aren't billionaires, things don't get better here. And what this special is all about is saying, hey, there's a childcare crunch. There's a need for people to, especially after the pandemic, be able to have work where we're able to go back to work and also care for our children that we had while we were home alone, bored during the pandemic. And there's a lot of people making babies. It's basically there's people looking for other opportunities, other options for childcare, and there's too many kids who just literally grow up without any kind of health childcare, somebody to watch them. Daycares are astronomically expensive in some cases, and in other cases some are being shut down because of the costs rendered in order to maintain them. I know people who have run daycares out of their homes at times, and some who are no longer doing it because of the rules and restrictions and the costs involved. Insurance itself has to be a humongous cost, and I know some people who have gotten caught for not officially registering properly, and that's no longer a thing they do. So you can watch this almost as a quaint little reel. If you could turn it into black and white and put all sorts of film, like a gray film over top of it, you can make it like it's an old-timey kind of era in which childcare was difficult, but not as probably difficult as it is now, as more people are losing jobs and more people are still making babies. But yeah, and so there's some options they show that people are taking advantage of, such as finding a group of like-minded parents who will sort of trade off watching kids, especially handing them over to parents who have little ones of their own, who are not afraid to just take on a few more and watch a bunch of kids while the other ones go to the office or construction site or wherever they're going to work. Astronauts, whatever. At least it allows them some kind of flexibility, and it also gives them, because of the amount of at least in this era, there's a whole lot of jobs that need workers, but it can let the employees kind of urge their employer to maybe provide these benefits and also work to maintain these type of benefits, to have childcare taken care of, or allow a longer time away from the office after giving birth or adopting a new child, to really get to know the kid, rather than immediately dropping the baby on the floor and running back to the office immediately after, or a week later or 2 weeks later. America is one of the few, no, we're probably the only developed nation that just says, hey, you had a baby, congratulations, get back to work now. There are some nations that allow 16 weeks, more than that, paid. And what you do is, you're as a company, you're paying for that worker, but you also get that worker back. They allow them to work from home to a certain degree, but their hours are reduced and things like that. But you maintain quality, trained individuals who know how to do their job. And sure, you could replace them with somebody who's much less expensive, much less experienced, and sure, the overhead means you can get another yacht, but your company suffers as a result when you can't maintain quality employment, quality workers. There's a whole bigger conversation in that reaches into beyond just childcare. It's a national thing, and yes, the people pulling the strings, deciding how these things work, are often not working in our best interests. They work for their own or some certain person's best interest. I'm not going to get into that, but yeah, if this is the kind of thing you want to look back at the olden times of 2023 and how we look at these things, I think there are more episodes on Hulu. This is another one of those tricks where they don't say this is, from Hulu, but it is. Rebecca Jarvis is the person who's the host. I just noticed that right now. I couldn't remember her name when she said it. Rebecca Jarvis. And she's the one who, from ABC News, that talks to all the experts and the parents and everybody else who's dealing with this. So check it out if this is your thing, if you're a parent who's dealing with this kind of thing. But just know that more than likely, in the last 2 years, especially the last 10 months, things have changed drastically. And this may no longer be relevant. Let's pick tomorrow's episode. 74. It could give you ideas that some things you may not have thought about, and you could check to see if they might still work for average human beings in America. But we'll see. 74 was the number. 74. Oh, okay. We get... There's a series of shorts that I think they're shorts. I don't know if it's like a 20-minute short or a 5-minute short, but they're stories called People and Places. And there's 4 of them that were just added to Disney Plus recently. This one is called People and Places, Sophie and the Baron. I'm not exactly sure what the focus is beyond people and places, obviously, but we'll find out. And there's 4 of them, but we're going to watch. I've separated them out into 4 different selections, so we'll watch each of the other ones at some other point. This one is People and Places, Sophie and the Baron, on the next Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.